Hi, I'm Tara Green, and I'm going to do a preview of 2016 month by month using my Thoth Tarot deck. So I have my special crystal. I'm going to cleanse my cards as I always do. I call in my guardian angels, the as above and the so below. And so 2016 numerologically adds up to the number 9. And the number 9 in the tarot is called the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is also associated with the sign of Virgo, and the sign of Virgo is also going to be very prominent this year as the planet Jupiter is going to be in Virgo up until September 2016. So the Hermit as our guide this year. The Hermit is the symbol of completion, of perfection. The Hermit is very fastidious, very intellectual, very organized, very hardworking, very much a serving, very much about humility. So no more selfies, folks. It's going to be the total opposite. So Jupiter in Virgo is all about harvesting. So food, our resources, doing things very simply, kind of going back to the earth. That's going to be very important this year. So the overall, the symbol of the Hermit is about listening to the light within. And the Hermit is usually symbolized as an old man with a long beard carrying a light. And that light is a kind of protective image, so you can really bring in the Hermit as a protective guardian angel. You need to take time out in this totally busy world. You need to take time out to go within the light, and the answers are always within. Okay, so 2016, the first card we get here is the Ten of Cups, and that's a very nice symbol to start out with. I know the energies are going to be rather intense in January. Mercury goes retrograde, Jupiter goes retrograde. So, Ten of Cups, fulfillment. What makes you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? All the tens are completion, so it indicates that we've reached a kind of maximum emotional fulfillment. And then we get to February. February is very different here. We have the Seven of Discs. And the Seven of Discs is a symbol of frustration on the financial level, on the physical level. Maybe we overdid it. Maybe we were a little bit too optimistic there in January. So February shows a sense of kind of frustration on the physical plane, limitations. Okay, so then we get to March, and March is the first major arcana or trump here, and it is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is the number 7, and the Chariot is literally the Merkaba, the vehicle, the emotional vehicle that the soul uses, the emotional body, to manifest its lessons. And as the number 7, it has to do with the laws of cycles and timing. So timing is very important here. Now, because it is ruled by the moon, it's Cancer energy, our homes, our foundations, what makes us feel emotionally secure is very much in prominence. So women, especially Cancer is the sign of the mother, caring for Mother Earth or our own children. The inner child is very, very important. So remember that you're emotionally in the driver's seat. So no matter what's going on around you, if you are having difficulty, you can still stay very poised and centered. All right, so April. So then April here is the Prince of Wands, and this is Leo energy. So this is very appropriate for April, beginning of spring, lots of fire, lots of passion, lots of courage, no fear to stand up to say, this is who I am, this is what I want, and to announce it very clearly on the stage. So taking center stage with your heart. All right, so then May. In May we have the Four of Cups. So quite a lot of water showing up here. The fours are always balanced, and they're always about power. And the Four of Cups is very much like an image of the heart itself. So the 4 chambers of the heart. Again, message, keeping your emotions open, keeping things clear, keeping things flowing, nurturing yourself. Okay, and then we get to June. Now June is the Five of Discs. So this is a card that represents disappointment on the physical plane again. So emotionally things seem to be flowing very well here, but physically not so good. There are challenges. The Five of Discs is very much like Jupiter in Virgo, which is very much about worrying, and Jupiter can exacerbate everything it touches. Again, watch your digestion, watch how much money you're using. It may be a time to really tighten up. Okay, so July. Okay, July we get another 5 here, the Five of Wands. So again, strife, difficulty, stresses. This is more of all of the good positive energy that we had now gets blocked. There seems to be, we're hitting a wall here. Now, Saturn is always the planet of karma, limitations, and obstacles, and Saturn will limit a lot of people's wills. I believe that there will be a World War III starting, kind of crusade starting all over again. Again, the fight about freedom and religious beliefs is very strong. We're going back to an unfinished crusades that started almost 1,000 years ago. Okay, so then we get to August, and then we have the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands is earthing fire. So she represents absolute fearlessness, to go for what you want, to follow your beliefs. If you have to hit the streets, people are going to be marching in the streets protesting. There will be kind of a civil war happening in the States and in Europe. I think things are going to be pretty crazy here, but you have to believe in what's in your heart. Okay, and then we get to September. In September we get to the Eight of Discs. So the Eight of Discs, or the Eight of Coins. The eights are always a kind of fulfillment. So again, it is Virgo energy. So again, we're dealing with this harvest. What have we sown is what we're harvesting right now. Again, it's relating to work. What fulfills you? What gives you pleasure? Do the work that fulfills you. It may be, again, a sense of simplifying what you're doing. Okay, and then we get to October. This is the Three of Discs. Again, physical plane stuff, taking care of the body, taking care of business, maybe big changes in terms of your work. There will be financial slowdowns next year for sure. So really examine, is my heart really into what I'm doing in my work? Okay, and now, as we get to November, we do get the Hermit. I knew he was going to show up. So the Hermit, as Jupiter actually leaves Virgo and enters Libra, it's a culmination. Okay, we're culminating the Virgo lessons. We're culminating looking at what we've learned this year so far, how far we've come in terms of our discipline, in terms of our organization, in terms of listening to our inner selves. It's very important. Okay, and then as we get to December, it's the Magician, another major arcana. So the Magician is the beginning of the journey. So this is a big shift. Now the planetary energies are going to start to shift as we get into 2017, but they start to shift towards the end of 2016. The Magician is the ability to know that your mind, your thoughts, create everything in your reality. It is like the law of attraction, but even on a higher level. Everything you think consciously and unconsciously is what you're going to create. So really learning to harness your thoughts, your words, doing everything with pure intention. This is our magical journey. No matter what it looks like on the outside, you still get to create what you want to see. Now, also the gap between reality, Saturn and Sagittarius, and illusion, Neptune and Pisces, those two planets are squaring each other this year. It's going to be a major, major issue as well. So people need to stay grounded. It's great that Jupiter's in Virgo for most of this year. So now I want to pick an extra card, like an extra helping card. 13 is always the number of the feminine and the lunar cycles, and we've got the Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands is like Aries energy. Again, a new beginning, a fresh charge, independence, strong will, sort of indefatigableness about this, You're not going to be told what to do. So learning to listen to your own inner authority, I would say, is very much the major lesson in 2016. Maybe really hard and confusing for people who are learning to be in denial of that, who are used to giving your power away. But the more you learn to trust your instincts, your gut instincts, that's very Virgo, the more magic you can create in your life. So I wish you a blessed and healthy and joyful 2016. Oh,